Happy Thursday, an absolutely gorgeous Thursday out there today. I want to talk a little bit about this week with the start of school. And for some kids, they've started school already. Most kids go back to school next week. We're always thinking about ways to set kids up for success. That's one of our big focuses in karate is how we teach kids to be more successful, not just what they're doing with their physical skills, but just every aspect of their life. And one of the big things to think about that can make your life a little easier and can make them be far more productive is how their day starts. And the big thing I want us to think about, or want you to think about, is this. Morning routine. Right? You have a morning routine, your kids have a morning routine. It's just you get up and you kind of don't necessarily go on autopilot, but it's awful close to it. So you have to look at your kid's morning routine. Now with summer, I know it's a little quirky and a little loose, but again, school's starting. And what's that morning routine? What are you going to have them do that's going to set them up for success for the whole day? Granted, I know some kids are less morning kids than others, but regardless, the right routine can help that whole situation. And there's a key element to it. And the key element is this. It is step one before step two. Simple example is you want your child as soon as they get out of bed to make their bed. Then come upstairs or downstairs, wherever the case may be, and have breakfast, do whatever they need to do, brush their teeth, pack their lunch, the series. Well, sometimes they get up and they skip step one, which is making their bed. And they go to step two of eating breakfast. And they say, I'll make my bed as soon as I get done eating breakfast. And then something else comes up because all of a sudden they start going on to step three and step four. And step one never happens. The whole thing is this, right? And to set the routine very solidly, it's you don't do step two until step one is done. You don't do step three until step two is done. And you stick to that sequence and you stay regimented in that sequence. Will it be tough at first? Absolutely. But the end result within a fairly short period of time, they'll be in that routine. And all of a sudden, life gets to be a little bit easier. Now, for those kids that are a challenge to get up in the morning, there's a lot of ways to do that. The biggest one is setting a very large alarm away from their bed. But when their alarm goes off, or if you are the one who wakes them up, they're not going to like it necessarily initially at first, but take the covers off them completely. And the reason for this is when that cool air hits their body, or that change of air temperature hits their body, it kind of shocks them awake. The alternative, which is a little more dramatic but far more effective and will take hold very quickly, is if they have an issue getting up to their alarm, if you know when their alarm is going to go off, stand by their bed when the alarm goes off, have a little spray bottle with cold water, spray their face. By about the third day, their alarm's going to go off and they're going to anticipate getting sprayed in the face and they're going to wake up. That's the fast way to create the habit of getting up to your alarm. So do with it what you will, but it is a couple options. But the big thing, the routine. The routine is everything. And you can set up a routine that makes your child very productive and leads to greater success at school when their day is starting out the right way. So a little something for you to think about and experiment with.